7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment in Middle Georgia sales and services.
Coke, don't worry about Pepsi. I had to go see a man about a meal.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose.
Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a Lego.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt.
Better say it with your chest.
Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
Good evening, people. Good evening.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's happening? What's happening?
Y'all.
Mr. Hurst checking in. How you doing? What's going on, Mr. Nicholson? Married person bulldog in the house. What's going on, Tick? What you know good? Welcome to the Wednesday night edition of the Friday Night Lights podcast. In just a few minutes, guys, we will have a special guest to come on and talk about the changes in the upcoming cycle. He agreed to come live instead of having this recorded. So I need you all to know how to act and ask questions that are respectful and not throwing shade. There's no need for that. He's taking the time out to come talk to us. So y'all know how to act. What's going on, J-Bo? How you doing? Carver Columbus in the building. Getting these Crystal Burgers ready to hit the road Friday. Well, y'all be safe on the way down. Y'all go down Victory Drive, I think. But anyway, y'all be safe. Going to Amaricus, Georgia. How y'all doing, people?
Yeah, I got a question.
Yes.
I got a question.
Okay.
Can I hit the suppliers now or later?
Later.
Later. That was unanimous.
Okay, I'll go get me a cup of water.
Please.
Yes. Get some ice too. Cool you down. You need to cool down.
My peoples. And that's why I love y'all, because y'all my peoples.
You are people too, sir.
I want to say something else. But I don't want to get fined by the FCC.
Yes, we're not doing that. All right, turn gonna fine you.
Man, hey, Wednesday, ain't it?
Sure is.
Ooh, that means we got some football coming up this weekend.
Yes, we do. Tick talking about okay, cup of water. He gonna do right. He gonna drink water, but you just believe.
Soon as that interview is done.
Yes, and that camera goes off.
You know what? Maybe
down in that cup.
You know what? Maybe I was wrong for putting my water in a red cup.
Did you
Let
put
me go
it in
get
the
me.
same cup you had some brown in?
No, I'm finna. You know what? Look, we don't like washing dishes, so we buy paper stuff. You know, paper plate, plastics, silverware, red cups that we can throw away.
I got red cups.
So what I'm finna do is, you know what? I'm gonna get the glass I'm gonna use later. I'm gonna go ahead and fill that up with water. That's what I'm gonna do. So the people can see I'm actually drinking water.
As long as it's water, sir. As long as it's water. What's
But
going
I don't
on?
do. I was gonna say I don't do vodka, gin, or rum. So what's in my glass? It's clear, but it's water.
I believe you, sir. What's going on, Mr. Bird? Welcome. He says Aquinas versus Harlem is Friday, 5-1 versus 5-1. Tick said, told y'all red cup. What's going on, Zoe? How you doing? Welcome to the podcast. What's going on, Mr. James? Welcome. Yo, why you so quiet? He said
nobody got no faith in me.
Y'all heard so he said, yeah, you got water, all right. You got that cup water.
Hey, I just said water. I ain't say what kind of water.
You better not have that cut water. You gonna be that's
Oh, I
the
ain't not. Man, I ain't drinking on that cut water, but I ain't gonna lie though. That strawberry daiquiri or that strawberry margarita is good though.
I'm not fooling with that. And then something my cousins had Christmas. What is it? Anyway, it's rocket fuel. No,
Mm.
no, they had the apple kind. Is it? Anyway, I figured out what's
Mm.
going
That's
on,
all I'm gonna
chat.
say. That's all I'm gonna say. Just be glad I ain't on that Willie juice right now.
And yes, we're all glad about that. What's going on, Chad Murphy checking in from Thomasville? Welcome to the podcast, sir. Chris Pace, how you doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? In your Martin voice. We are so glad you all decided to join us. Hey, Miss Heather, how you doing, sweet lady? We're just waiting on our guest to show up. Week 9 is upon us. The Wizard will be here tonight giving his predictions. We got some pretty good matchups. Mr. Bird already talked about one of them, Aquinas and Harlem. I'd be interested to see how that one goes. We got Clinch, we got Brooks, and of course, we got Carver and Sumter. They've really, really, really been talking. What's going on, Rocky? How you doing? What's going on with you, Mr. Benjamin? Happy Hump Day. Hope all is well. Ready for some good high school football this weekend. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to you as well,
Thank
Mr.
you. I appreciate it. So here's my question. Did anybody get a chance to check out the pick'ems yet?
I did not. Um,
Yo, did you check out the on the pick'ems yet?
I
So
think he's.
man,
I think
okay, he
he's.
might be busy. All I'm saying is, it's some interesting games on there. Some of them you already spoke on. You know, the Quaintus, Harlem, Brooks, Clinch, Sumter, Carver. But the one that's intriguing me the most is that Milton Gainesville game.
Oh, I forgot about that one. That's
That
gonna be.
Milton Gainesville, and then there's another one that I'm intrigued, that I'm curious on the outcome, Lagrange and Mary Person. But I kind of expect Lagrange to handle that. But still, Lagrange Mary Person is still a it's still a good rivalry game, in my opinion.
Agreed. 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 What's going on, Mr. Garrett? Checking in from Toombs County. Uh, yeah, as Mike just alluded to, LaGrange is coming to the pit Friday night, and the 12th man is going to make the difference. What's going on, Dwayne Little? Mr. Hadley says, shout out to, I'm assuming it's Brooks County Middle School, but the middle school in Brooks County just won the championship. Congratulations to you all. Chris Pace says, what would the power rankings look like in 5A if we were in the power rankings this year? Just curious. That's a great question, Mr. Pace. And hopefully after the Wizard gives his predictions, that's something that we could look at to see how it is. I think as we go into the new cycle, I don't know. Hopefully Dr. Scott can clear it up. Some people said that there will be a change to the how the power rankings are calculated in the new cycle, so we'll see. But yeah, we can definitely give you a heads up about what it would look like hypothetically this year. How about them Trojans, Gators, and Jaguars? How about them Trojans? I like that part. Lee says Milton is going to win a close game against Gainesville. What's going on,
Hmm.
Mr. Fielder?
I don't know. I don't know. I kind of think Gainesville get over the hump this year.
We'll see. And if they don't, I might end up putting them in the, because I don't, I know what y'all say, but I don't want to put them into the in this. I don't want to put them Gainesville in the same category as Metter and Ringgold. And what is it? What's the name of that county over there? See the girl, y'all played them in the playoffs a couple of years ago. Bremen. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
okay.
put them in. I'm not gonna put them in that category just yet. But if they don't, you know, if they don't win one, I'll probably will. Sorry, Dwayne, you lost the tiebreaker for the Pickums. What's going on, Mr. Watkins? Doherty on a bye week, getting ready for Cairo. Okay.
So
So
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
I had to laugh.
sorry.
I'm sorry. I had to laugh at that one.
Um, I don't really per se think or feel like this is such a hot ticket this week. However, you do have Thomasville and Fitzgerald facing off
Mm.
this week, and it's surprisingly been pretty quiet, well, from what I could see.
It's still a rivalry game because there has been some animosity that has
Oh yeah, baby,
risen up in the past couple of years,
that's gonna be some
especially.
lifelong things, I
Yeah.
think.
Are we trying to? So here's my question: Are we trying to have a conversation on about this game, or you just speaking on it?
I was just speaking on it. If there's a conversation to be had, we can have it.
Well,
Hmm.
that's the thing. That's what I was gonna get to. I don't think there's a point in having a conversation because I think the majority feels that Thomasville is gonna blow Fitzgerald out. BTA, as them youngins, as them YNs say. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I think it's gonna be BTA in favor of Thomasville. And with the game being played in Thomasville, yeah, that one ain't moving the needle, not this year.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that's why I said it the way I said it. I was just mentioning it because it is a rivalry.
Yeah. Marquise, what's going on, nephew? How you doing? Lee says Thomasville should win by 10. And Rocky says if Thomasville is looking over Fitz might surprise them.
I
Someone
don't
did
see it.
say they felt like this was a sleeper
A,
game,
a
a
trap game.
trap game. Yeah.
This ain't no trap game for Thomasville. Here's the bottom line: is Thomasville. I mean, and sis, I think you're gonna agree with what I'm about to say. I think Thomasville is on a mission this year because I think they felt like they failed the community and themselves last year by not getting to a state title game. I think this year their whole intention is state or bust. And I don't see them letting Fitzgerald get in the way. Not right now, anyway.
Yeah.
What's going on, Mr. Stone? Waco is watching. Welcome, 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 sir. So glad to see you. You have a question, Mr. Thirsty Marquise would like to know. Do you think the Falcons can beat Buffalo? The Pats did. Why not?
Um, Number one, as long as the number one defense in the NFL shows up, and that's number one. The number one defense in the NFL is the Falcons. They got to show up, which I think they will. So therefore, it's not a question of the defense. It's a question of what can the offense do what they need to do, make long drives and put 7 points on the board at a minimum once each quarter. And on that, and on those second drives of each quarter, because each team is going to have at least 2 drives per quarter. 10 points per quarter, the Falcons got to put up, i.e., the Falcons got to put up 40 points to beat Buffalo. Can the Falcons do that? I think they can, but it comes down to this: that offensive coordinator allowing and cutting Pence loose and letting Pence do what he do. You got to let MP do what he do and be him. Stop holding him back and cut him loose. And the last thing I'm gonna say is get out of that daggone pistol. If you're gonna continue to run the pistol, run some read options out of it. That's all I'm saying. Run some RPOs out of the pistol if you're gonna consistently stay in it.
Hey, Mike, check the private chat for me real quick.
I'm trying to do it, yo.
I'll let her do it because if I do it, I'm gonna mess up my whole strength. But if the Falcons take some notes from what New England did on what was that, Sunday night, and yeah, it's gonna be a good game. But I tell you one thing, I'm gonna be there to watch it. So yeah, I won't be on here Monday night because I'm gonna be at the Falcon game. So I'm telling y'all now, I'm gonna be
Okay.
I'm gonna be indisposed.
Yes, sir. We'll somehow try to hold it down without you. I don't know.
Girl,
I
Felicia, bye. Cut it out.
don't know. It's going to be really hard. I,
No,
I
it ain't. Y'all got it. Man,
Okay.
y'all don't need me on here. Y'all know I'm just on here. I'm on here wasting 2 hours of my life on Mondays and Wednesdays, and an hour on Friday.
Oh my God. What am I gonna do? Okay.
You must have read Dwayne Little's comment.
No, I'm fixing to read. What's going on, DeAntoine? Welcome, darling. Andrew Watkins says he forgot that Monroe is playing Cairo Friday night and he's being petty. Cairo is going to get the road win. Colby Kinsler, what's going on? You're absolutely right, Mr. Kinsler. There are a lot of teams that can take it home in Division 1A. Well, specifically to me, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of teams, but I really think it's definitely 4 teams. Thomasville, Worth, and Northeast. But hey, Dublin might have a run, Blakely might have a run. Who else am I thinking about? It's some others that can upset the apple cart. Heather says she still says Thomasville will be at the Benz this year because they have the talent and the ability. Rocky says he still thinks Thomasville is upset about that Worth game, and so they could
I don't think they are because it's a new week. You can't dwell on that. However, if they are, that makes it even worse for Fitzgerald.
yeah. What's going on, Deshaun? Welcome. I want to read a couple of these comments, and then I'm gonna say, then I'm gonna do another disclaimer. Monday Night Football is a different atmosphere. I would love to check it out one day. Courtney.
It is.
Courtney says, "Can y'all tell me how the playoffs are going to be and how they pick them this year?" That's a great question, Mr. Williams, and we have somebody that's going to come on that might be able to answer that. Thank you, Mr. Fielder. I pray that we do keep winning and win the rest of the games all the way up to game 15. That is my prayer. And congratulations to Mayor Person Softball. And Mr. Ward, welcome to the podcast. Didn't realize that my Falcons were number 1 in defense. Go Falcons. I haven't been following them lately. Get back on. So, guys, just wanted to let you know, we did make the announcement this week that we would have Dr. Tim Scott come and talk to us tonight. There are some new changes coming up in the new cycle. And so he was gracious enough to come and talk to us live. So you are able to interact with him, but I would ask that you keep it respectful. Don't throw any shade. Ask your questions, and I'll field the questions. I might not be able to get to all of them, but I'll try to kind of get your questions in after we talk to him. And we're actually gonna be on camera with him. So with that being said, in just a few minutes you will.
He has. Well, we do have a special guest that just popped up. Y'all want to go ahead and bring him in?
Sure. Are we doing our cameras now?
Yes, we are.
On the count of 3.
Let's get it.
All right.
Mr. Scott, how you doing this evening?
Can you hear us, Dr. Scott? Dr. Scott, can you hear us? Okay, he can't hear us.
No.
He's talking, but we can't hear him.
We can't hear you. Do you have
He's not.
Are
he's
you on
not
mute?
muted. He's not on mute. Nah.
Okay.
Dr. Scott, if you can give us a sound check, that'll be great, please.
Okay, he's gonna check his sound and come back with it.
We got video. We just don't have audio on you.
Don't have audio. Is there something going on?
I'm verifying right now. I don't see anything on our ear.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Now we
do.
Now we got
Hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. We have you, Dr. Scott.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Scott. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Any better?
We
Yes,
can hear
sir.
you. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
No, I don't hear you guys.
Oh, okay. So now he doesn't hear us. Okay.
I don't
Can you
see
hear me?
any.
Yes, sir. We
You
can hear
can?
you.
I
Yes.
can't hear you now though.
Oh, okay.
This is weird.
This is weird. You think we should just kind of ask him to go out, check out, and come back in? You think that'll work?
That's what I want to do, but I don't see anything on our end that is preventing him from talking with us, from him being able to hear us.
Hmm.
Okay,
So
I'm getting him to log out of the studio and try to come back in. So just give us 1 second. Y'all, we do apologize for the technical difficulties, but just bear with us. We're gonna get it together.
Yes, and I already see one question in the chat. I'll be sure to ask, and I will send. We'll tell them to welcome. Thank y'all for welcoming Dr. Scott. Oh well, y'all can't rob. I'm gonna cut mine off too.
Well, no, that's not the case. We just
I know when he comes back in, we'll. But thank y'all for being patient with us. Because I'm sure he has some. I know he has some good information that you all are going to want to hear. What's going on, Mr. Choice? Welcome to the podcast, sir. Let's see. He's logging out. Okay, so he's going to log back in, guys.
Hey guys, can you see me or hear me?
yes, sir. Can you
Yes,
hear us,
sir.
Dr. Scott?
I can hear you. I can see
There we
you.
go.
Great.
We'll apologize for the hoops you had to jump through to make this happen for
Hey,
us.
listen, that was probably my fault. It's my user error, I'm sure. So
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
the opportunity. How you doing?
Everybody's doing good. We're just glad to have you. We've been having a lot of questions and concerns about
All
this
right.
new reclassification, also as well as the power rankings that will be done from class 5A through 7A. So we just had to get the man. We wanted to have the coming out the horse's mouth to kind of give us an update on how this thing will be going on for the next cycle.
All right. Well, let's go.
Yes, sir. Now, Jess, if you want to start with the questions.
Okay, there. Well, first of all, everyone in the chat is welcoming you to the podcast, so welcome.
Thank you.
The first question comes from Mr. Antonio Odoms. His question is, what is sparking the constant reclassifications over the past few years?
Well, I can't answer, over a lengthy period of time because I've only been there. I'm in my second year. But what they were looking at is trying to make sure you can have the best teams in the playoffs and what you can do to be as competitively balanced as possible. And for as long as I can remember, except I think one cycle, the years have always been 2 years. You have a 2-year cycle. And it's easy. A lot of people relate to football. You play a game, a home game, and an away game, and then sometimes your schedule changed the year after. So that's what they did. And some years back, they tried a 4-year cycle. And when they did that, the schools didn't like it. That was too long playing the same people, I think, sometimes the whole schedule. So they went back to a 2-year cycle. So that's part of the process. Is it's just a 2-year cycle, and we discuss reclassification every year. And so as we were looking at it this year, I know you're aware, we talked a lot about competitive balance. That's what I pushed pretty hard, trying to get that out there. And through the meetings, and we started meeting back in January. And so we met from January up till we had this vote here in October. And obviously competitive balance did not win out, and they decided to stay with what they did the previous 2 years. For the most part, with the exception, the last 2 years we've used PSR or postseason rankings with the lower classifications. And then the committee decided, hey, if it's good enough for the lower classifications, we're going to use it all the way through. And what that does, it allows more than 4 teams from a region to possibly make the playoffs. And it also allows it that you don't have these matchups where maybe 2 top-rated teams are playing in the second round.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So, will there be any changes to the PSR calculations? I read something. I know at one point all the region champs would be seeded 1 through 8. Is there a change where now?
Yeah, the new ones are not 1 through 8, 1 through 6. Well, the 1 through 16 will be the top seeds. Everybody gets to host those matches because there's 32 teams.
Mhm.
And so 1 through 16 will host. The top 8 will go where they're at unless they're out of the 16. So if somebody wins their region champ, but they're number 18, then they'll move up and take the 16th slot because we promised them a slot, and the rest will bump down 1 slot. And so that's how that will work. And what we're trying to do is really work to make sure that we get the best teams in the playoffs. And so that's going to be really important. And we're looking right now, you ask about the PSR. We are looking at doing the PSR on different years. So last year's football, we got all the PSR numbers for it, and we saw where everybody come out. And so we're going to do it again this year, but we're looking at it with the calculations that we're currently using, and we're looking at it with a few different calculations. So we'll have some options to look at. We use winning percentage, we use opponents' winning percentage, and we use opponents' winning percentage. And there's a part of it goes with the number of wins, and part of it goes with on the road wins versus at home wins.
Okay.
Understood. Now question, Dr. Scott. So what you're saying is, even though you are a region champ, you could be a lower seed than, say, a runner up in another region. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
But you would be hosting a game
Yes,
where
sir.
the other one may not be hosting a game.
Okay. And with that being said, I mean, I can think of a region classification 5A, region 2, if I'm not mistaken, where you have the teams like Thomas County Central and Lee County, Hoco. Those are 3 strong teams in that region. And it's a lot of regions that don't have that type of caliber in their regions. So Hoco may be a 3rd seed, just an example, in that region, but PSR may be higher than a region champ from, say, region 8. So that means Hoco will be possibly hosting at a 3rd seed if they can get it within that 16, if their PSR is higher than 16.
That's a possibility because there's only 8 regions.
Yes, sir.
Right? So
Yes,
we got
sir.
8 champs. And those
Yes, sir.
8 champs have to fall within the 16.
Okay.
So if one of those 8 region champs falls outside of 16, they'll bump to 16.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then the rest of them fall where they fall in the 1 to 32.
Yes, sir.
So in a region like the one you were just talking about, there may be 5 teams from that region.
So 4 teams from each region aren't guaranteed any longer?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
We're doing we are trying to get I want the Elite 8 to be the Elite 8.
Yes, sir.
And I want the Final 4 to be the best we got, and the Final 2 and have some great matchups. So when you do a bracket, your number 1 team in the bracket is going to play the number 32 team. And so forth. Your number 2 team will play your number 31 team. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you can Google that, and it'll give you the bracket with the numbers, and that's how we'll do that. And when we talk about this, a lot of people think football, but we have some different regions that are strong in different things, and
Yes,
it
sir.
allows some folks. In lacrosse, there may be some regions that, man, they got 6 really good lacrosse teams. And so, it just allows us to, get the best out there and hopefully have them seated where you see great matchups from the start. And you're not running into a place where, like you mentioned a while ago, guys, Hoko playing Thomas County Central in the second round.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My question again, Dr. Scott, is I know you mentioned, and we did speak with you on last year, and you was pushing the competitive balance
Yeah.
scheme. What shot that down? Why wasn't the panel and the board big on the competitive balance?
Well, I think the biggest thing is I'm talking about doing competitive balance and pushing it, and we've only done what we're doing right now for a year.
Yes, sir.
And they're like, hey, guys, we just started this a year, last year I'm talking about as I was really talking about it. Let's look at this for at least 2 cycles before we throw it out. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see, how we can tweak, and we may, making some little tweaks with the the postseason ranking model, the formula, and let's see where we line up and where we end up. And I think that was the biggest thing is, that. And then I think a lot of people had questions about who might get pushed up.
Mm-hmm.
Would a Thomas County Central get pushed up a classification, or, who might have to drop down a classification? And I think people are a little worried about that, and they felt more comfortable with what we've always used, which is the FTE count or numbers. And so they, voted to stay where they're at. And I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So one of the concerns that people are having with the PSR is that somebody that's playing what they consider a cupcake schedule with 10 wins could possibly get in the playoffs, and they're not necessarily better than a team with a more competitive schedule who might go, say, 5-5 and be left out. Is there, with the new structure, is it advantageous? Just kind of, if you can, explain why it would or wouldn't be advantageous to just try to schedule a whole bunch of teams that aren't necessarily strong just to get
Points.
Yes.
Yeah, just to get points. So I think we've set minimum games that you have to play, and we've not had that before. Last year, there were some teams in soccer that didn't. Out of most teams in soccer play 20, 18 to 24 games. We had some teams that made the playoffs and only played 10 games. So we set in our meeting on Monday, we voted on minimums for every sport, that you had to play a minimum number of games. And then what we're doing, I talked to you that Don Core, that does our postseason rankings, he is running some models now from previous years to see how teams would rank. And he's running them. If we do a 1 point for a win at home, or a 0.9 for a win at home, and a 1 for one on the road? Or what if we use opponents' winning percentage? If it drops to 28%, or if it moves up to 35%, what does that look like in the formula? Or if the winning percentage drops, of school's winning percentage drops a little bit, and the opponent's winning percentage and the opponent's winning percentage moves up or down. So we're looking at several models there to see how that affects everybody, to try to work on that effect of just scheduling a lot of teams outside of your region. And most people have to play their region schedule. So that didn't give them a whole lot of other games, especially in football, that they can play. Basketball, there's a little more that they can do, and baseball and softball. But we're working on the postseason rankings to look at those formulas, and we'll make that decision in December when we are ratifying the regions and posting all the classifications.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir. Now,
So go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, sweetie.
No, go ahead, sir.
With the new um reclassification, we're bringing 7A back, and bringing 7A back, we've heard that single A Division Two will now be single A, and everyone else will move up so far from there. Will there be any teams? Because I know that you are still using the number system. The I think you call it a FTA
FTE.
numbers.
FTE. Yeah.
FTE number system. So, will there be teams that are allowed to stay in their classification? Say if you 3A, you don't move up to 4A, or will everybody in 3A just be known as 4A and vice versa, and so far on?
Yeah. So currently you got Division A, Division One,
Mm-hmm.
and then your A Division Two will now be double A. Same teams, just double A.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then double the old double A or this year's double A will now be triple A, and this year's triple A will be 4, and this year's 4A will be 5, and this year's 5A will be 6, and this year's 6A will be 7, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll look at FTE, the count,
Mm-hmm.
and 13% at the top, 12% at the bottom, and then all the classifications in between are approximately 15%. And that's how we'll divide that up. So there may be some teams that go up, or there may be some teams that drop down, but it will be due to their actual numbers.
Okay.
Now, take AAA. All of AAA next year in the new classification, they would all be 4A. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it
It's
does.
it's not that they have to. They're not moving up. They're still playing with the same teams.
Same
So like
teams.
right now, Hoco's 5A, right?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
And they're in there with Thomas County Central and Lee County. See, but all of those will go from 5A to 6A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The only way any of them would either stay in 4A or move up to 7A would be if their numbers changed.
Okay. Okay.
And will they still? Because I'm looking at some questions in the pot in the chat. Will they still be able to petition to stay where they are currently, depending on things?
There's always appeals. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
They
Okay.
always have that opportunity.
So another question from the chat is for teams that want to continue building their out of state resume. Is there a way to incorporate that? I know currently it doesn't add to their power ranking, but if you're playing a top team from out of state, I don't think that should be a discredit.
No, you still, well, what we can't do with anybody that's not, it's just not just out of state, but it's also teams that are not in the GHSA. We don't have a way to keep up with the opponent's winning percentage or the opponent's winning percentages because we don't have all the schedules.
Makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
You know, but if you play a team, if like Camden County, they're going to play, and Lowndes County, Valdosta, they're going to play teams in Florida, or Carver of Columbus, or, some of those, they're going to play teams in Alabama. You get a point for winning, you know, and so you'll still get that point and it'll still boost your winning percentage. And currently winning percentage is the highest percentage of the three. So there's winning percentage, there's opponent's winning percentage, and then the opponent's winning percentage. And right now we have the winning percentage as the highest number
Okay.
percentage.
Okay.
And this formula is also in our Constitution. You can look it up.
Yes, sir.
And when we decide if we make any changes in it, it'll be in the Constitution next year as well.
Yes, sir.
So there's still a private classification. I'm sorry, I hadn't.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
There sure is. Now, again, it's a little different because it's going to be bumped up. So there's going to be, I think off the top of my head, I think it's 3, 4, and 5 now instead of 2.
3 and 4.
Yeah, well, it's 1A. It's Division A 2,
2
I
and 3.
think. and
Yeah.
then it's double A, triple A. So it'll all bump up. It'll be 2, 3, and
3 and
4.
4.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Understood. And then if you're playing if you're a private that plays in a higher classification, you still play with the
Yes.
regular.
Yes, ma'am. Sure do.
Okay.
Yep.
And so this goes into effect. The question is, when does this go into effect? Is that the next
Ne-
cycle, which is next year?
Football. Yes, ma'am. It'll start with softball, football, volleyball all next year.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. See,
I
yeah,
like it.
because
I like it.
it's great. It's great. But I had just gotten my head wrapped around how the power rankings were last year because it was confusing last year. And y'all came on and y'all did such a wonderful job explaining it. Thank you so much. And then now it's
Yeah.
different, but it's okay because you have to evolve, and the goal is to get the most competitive team. So I get I get what's being done. So
Absolutely. And those regions that are really tough regions, sometimes there may be more than 4 teams that need to be in the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
And we've got some regions that the number 4 team in some cases probably didn't need to be in the playoffs.
Yes, sir. We speak a lot about that here on our show, Dr. Scott. It was the year of 2023 when Thomas County Central won the state championship, and they met Rome in the quarters, or if not the quarters, the semifinal round. And all year long, it showed that Thomas County Central and Rome was probably the 2 best team in 5A that year. And Thomas County Central goes on to play Woodward Academy in the state championship, and it was a lopsided game. So I think this worked best. I think last year, and watching the 3A down to the single A Division 1, it showed where you had 2 of the best teams playing for the state championship. So like I said, I'm a fan of the power ranking. I think you all have done a great job with it. And I think the higher classifications who didn't get to experience it last year will really enjoy it next year once they see how it will put the best teams matched up against each other.
Well, listen, we're going to keep working at it and keep trying to get better at it. And I sure appreciate the opportunity to share with you guys anytime, man. I enjoy it.
thank you. We
Yes,
have
sir.
one question from Miss Heather Rodriguez. She's very sweet. She has a question. With some regions having to travel over 2 hours for games, will the new classifications address this, or for the most part, regions will they remain the same? This travel time isn't that bad for football games because they're on Friday nights, but other sports play during the school week.
Yes, and we're going to try to look at geography as much as we can, but sometimes, especially down in far South Georgia, there may not be anybody close to them. I know that Camden, Richmond Hill, Valdosta Lowndes, Tifton, Colquitt, all of those guys are traveling 2.5, 3 hours a game.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. It's not that bad on football, but it's rough with, softball, baseball, basketball where you're playing during the week. We're going to try to balance and do that the very best we can. And really a lot of it depends on if anybody gets added to a certain area because of numbers, or drops down a little bit because of numbers. And so we'll just have to look at it. But that is something that's always on our mind and something that we work hard to try to address. It's just that sometimes it doesn't work out where we can get somebody in there. Just like Richmond Hill down close to Savannah, there's just nobody their size. Camden's hour and 45 minutes, and then all the rest of them are about probably 2:45 to 3:15 away from them.
Yeah, Brunswick and Richmond Hill, all of those. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of people around.
Yeah, it's not a lot. It's different in the metro areas. They're closer together, but I'll tell you, sometimes even if you're only traveling 45 minutes, if traffic hits you just right, it takes you an hour and a half.
Chris White has a quick question. He wants to know, would the top 4 seats be guaranteed home playoff games until the semifinals?
No, next year.
Yes, next year.
The top 4 will not be. You top 1 through 4 on the postseason ranking.
Yeah, not
I
in
got you.
region.
No,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
will just be seeded and they'll have to play. I mean, they're going to have to win. We got 32 teams in the bracket, so there's no buys.
So yeah, with the bracket shape up, with how it goes with that formula of 1 to 32 and 2 to 31 and so on, 1 through 4 will possibly be hosting until the semifinals, where there could be a 1 then going. If all 1 through 4, if they all win throughout the postseason, and you got all 4 of them in the semifinals, then that's the only time that the 3 and the 4 should hit the road. 1 and 2 will still host.
That is
Correct.
the higher seeds would host. That's
Yes, sir.
correct.
Yes, sir. Okay.
See, that's why we did do away with the universal coin toss because we won't need it anymore.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Because a lot of our listeners, Dr. Scott, feel that coin toss for some reason always favor the North.
I may have to come out and do some coin tosses just to see where it land, huh?
Yes, sir.
And do a remember when segment.
Hey, well, make sure you come on our show and do it live, Dr. Scott.
Yes. Does anybody have any other questions? I'm looking in the chat to see if I've missed any questions to see if we
And again, we didn't want to hold him long. We know that he have had a long day. We really just wanted to get a clarification, and we do thank you, because a lot of the questions and confusion that we had, because we were still going off of this year and last year's model, you have clarified that for us, and we do appreciate you for your time, Dr. Scott.
Hey, listen, anytime, and all you got to do, brother, is give me a call. I'll be glad to join you guys. I appreciate what you do. Thank you.
Yes, sir. You definitely know I will.
All right, my friend. Take care.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Take care.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Let me
Great stuff.
Great stuff. Now, and he taught me a lot. Let me cut this camera off. Okay, so he taught me a lot because this is the power rankings as they are now. It has changed. It's going to change next year, and Lord have mercy, that's going to confuse at least one person we know. Ain't that right, yo?
Yep. But I gotta tell you, I kind of like the new formula. I kind of do, because let's think about last year. Let's just talk about our region. You had Peach, you had Westover, you had Cairo, and you got a lowly Monroe, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. It was
Monroe at that time did not deserve to be in the playoffs. So because you was automatically allowing 4 teams from every region, where you had that Mary Person, Spalding, Upson Lease, Sandy Creek, LaGrange, Troup County, you had so many teams over there that was more deserving than that Monroe team that got into the playoffs because they was just the 4 seed. Now, that will not happen anymore. You got to play some big boy football, man. Y'all heard it from the horse's mouth yourself. You got to play some big boy football in order to make the postseason.
So, and I think that kind of goes to what people were saying, is that all people are going to do is schedule these cupcake teams and then just get into the playoffs. But that's not necessarily how it works.
Nah, cupcake teams ain't gonna help you.
Well, from what it is, though, cupcake teams will still get you in the playoff because you will win your region. But you can be a 16 seed. And listen to that. You can have 2s and 3s in front of you as a region champ. You're just guaranteed at least a 16th. But a 2 seed from another region who's playing a tough schedule can have a higher PSR than you and can make a higher seed to where you would have to travel to them, and you was a region champ. Undefeated region champ playing cupcakes.
That is tough. You hear me?
Wow.
Tough. That is tough. And so a lot of people are saying that this favors the North.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think it does either.
Not at all. Not with the way it's just been explained. Again, I don't, especially in the North. In the North, you talk about regions that may have top end heavy teams 1 and 2. and then a big fall off. Mainly in Middle and South Georgia is where you have those tough regions where you got several teams that are deserving to be in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So now, and like say Tatnall County gets the fourth seed in their region. They don't necessarily like with the current power rankings, you're gonna make Tatnall County makes the playoffs. With the new one next year, they
They're sitting there home.
So you can have a fourth seed in a strong region make the playoffs, and a third seed in another region, in a weak region, not make the playoffs. It's interesting. Oscar Miles, you didn't miss nothing. The only thing you missed is the head of the GHSA coming on talking about the power rankings and how they've changed and the reclassification. But you didn't miss nothing crazy.
Now, I'm sorry, babe. I just got one thing before I kind of have to mute the phone for a minute. I just want to know how many of y'all teams gonna have that appeal letter filled out to stay down in the classification?
Ooh. Can I get into the supplies and comment on that?
You go right ahead.
All Columbus teams.
Oh, my Lord. My Lord.
My.
I overskipped the comment, Mike. If you want to go back up, please.
I'm fixing
Come on,
me a
man.
sandwich right now.
I need you to go back up to this one, man. Courtney Williams comment. I can't highlight.
Nope. Nope. I'm grabbing me a slice of cheese to put on my sloppy Joe right now.
Brian Wembley says, I waited for him to leave trying to be respectful. Send Milton AWS back to 7A.
And Ryan is a Thomas County Central guy, right?
He's a Coffee County guy.
Oh, okay.
If I'm not mistaken. Chris White says Region 17A, currently 6A, will end up getting 5 or 6 teams in.
Yeah, I agree.
Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Curtis, Irwin County Indian. Jimmy Westbrook says we don't mind playing in 4A. We played 5A before with 2A numbers. Get your team's weight up because we'll play wherever. Okay. Mr. Kirksey says every game matters now for playoff seeding. They need to do this for college. The cupcakes won't help you when you go out to the second and third level of win percentage. Agreed. Chris says it's going to be some mad folks having to come all the way down to Thomas County each week. They do what they got to do. James says he doesn't think so. I guess it was in regard to a different question. He said you will get your best championship games. Dwayne says so. Brooks, Irwin, Ava, Clint could be all 1 and 2 seeds, possibly. Darius says that's what's cool about this. It's your winning percentage plus your opponents opponents that eliminates the cupcakes.
Yep.
Yeah. So like say because like in the current power rankings, put it like this: we play Northside. Beating Northside didn't necessarily help Peach County, but Northside has to play who? Hoco. They have to play Thomas County
Central,
Lee County. So that helps our percentage.
Yep. We get a point. We get a point for beating Northside.
Yes.
But as our opponent, it don't matter much. But our opponent's opponent, it helps us a lot because Northside is playing some pretty tough teams.
Yes. Let's see. Darius says it's cool too that you get extra points for away wins versus home wins. Yeah, it's like 0.9 and 1. Like you get 0.9 if you win at home, you get 1 if you win on the road. And I can't remember. What about neutral? I can't remember.
Neutral site gave you what it was 8.5, I think, last year when we played Northeast at Fort Valley State. Now, as you look at the model, Brad have on the screen right now, if this was next year and the playoffs ended today, you're looking at Thomas County Central and Hoco, all from the same region. You're looking at Hughes and Northgate, all from the same region. You're looking at Roswell and Milton, all from the same region. So the region champs, let's say it's Hughes, let's say it's Thomas County Central, but Hoco is still a 4 seed. You're looking at Roswell and Milton. Like I said, if Roswell win, they're a 3 seed, but Milton is a 7 seed. So if trying to think of a 5A school real quick, somebody help me out.
Another 5A school other than
Milton? Okay. Go down some, bro. Go down some more.
New Manchester.
Keep going. No, go down past 16, bro. Okay. Woodward Academy. Woodward Academy will possibly win their region. Woodward Academy will go up to 16, which will drop Sprayberry down to 17.
Mm-hmm.
And everything 16-1 are going to be region champs, and everybody else, all region champs will make it into the top 16. But if the region champ is PSR 23 like Villa Rica, guess what? All they can get best is 16. Where in the power rankings now, if Villa Rica was 23, they can get all the way up to an 8 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going to be 16. Villa Rica region champ, Hoco, Milton, all of these who are not region champs will still be higher ranked than Villa Rica at 16. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Morris Shields, I don't know if I told you, welcome, sir. He said week 0 to 4 will be fun. It will, because those are the out of region games. Dwayne, you such a hater.
Bro, what you just said, I want you to say this in 2A, because 2A is going to be so jacked up this year, because folks don't understand what's happening up here, up north. All right. So these are your top 8 seeds in 2A right now, right?
Okay. Number one, the first thing you got to recognize is Hebron Christian will be taken out. So that's a 3 spot right there.
Yep. Hold on.
That goes to, go ahead.
I ain't even talking about private. What folks is missing out on is you got a team in 2A that's currently in the power rankings, ranked at 36.
Columbia.
And guess what they finna do? Jump from 36 to a top 8.
All the way to a 16.
Top 8.
Top 8 seed.
Oh, yeah, this year.
This year. Because they're going to win their region at 4 and 6.
Yes.
Now next year they'll be 16 if it was the same scenario.
Now, if this was next year, the thing that's helping them, and I think they would have been higher than a 16 seed, their opponent's winning percentage and their opponent's winning percentage is what's helping them. The only thing that's really hurting them right now is their own winning percentage,
which will definitely go up to a 40%. You'll get 40%, probably 44 or something like that, with them winning their next 3 games. Okay. Now, when you look at their power, if you go just scroll, you look at Columbia at a 70% opponent's winning percentage. That was higher than the 6-7 teams that was in front of them. So that's what's helping Columbia, and will help them when it all said and done. Now, although Columbia is showing to be 36 or whatever it was, by year's end, before they even go into the playoffs and jump to a number 8, that percentage will change so much, because the teams that they have lost to will continue to win, and that's going to boost their opponent's winning percentage, as well as their winning percentage will boost them also. Peach County was number 15. They beat Westover on the road and went up to number 10. They beat Darty at home and dropped down again to number 13. So until it's all said and done, the last game is played on October the 31st. Do not pay attention to your power rankings.
Do not pay attention, because like Northside and all, they have not played Thomas County Central yet. They have not played Lee County yet. So all of that goes into the formula. So don't pay attention to the formula until November the 3rd, which is a Monday. November the 3rd, 2025. Go look at the power rankings, and that will give you an idea of where everything is, because you can't, these are just static points in time at this point. Dwayne, you are such a shade thrower. He says, so Crawford County won't make the playoffs no more. Stop hating. Tick says, Northeast plays whoever. Barry says, I hope they move Pierce County back up. James says, several schools have started learning academies to get numbers down. You know what, Mr. Curtis, you're right. They start these 9th grade academies. So so the numbers that they count are 10, 11, and 12. They don't count the 9th grade academy. You're right. That's real slick. Jimmy Westbrook says, what up to the panel? I'm here for the smoke today. Cedar Grove will put in for 3A again. I'm in my supplies too. What's supplies too? Okay, Mr. Westbrook. Okay.
Now, real quick, let me just say something about that, Mr. Westbrook. With the reformation, maybe we'll say that. They're reforming some things over there at Cedar Grove. That wouldn't be a bad move for them if you look at the 2A program, which is strong. A lot stronger than 3A right now. A lot stronger than 3A. But maybe that will get them in a region with your Columbias and whatnot and can kind of get them to start having a winning season again. That's what it's going to take.
Bro, cut the bull. Cut the bull out.
I'm listening, bro. I'm listening.
Stop it. Stop it. I know what you're trying to do. Good thing was you started right when I got done eating my sloppy jones. Bruh. I would be dumbfounded if Cedar Grove was to drop down to 2A. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, that's what we played at before. But I don't see us going back down to 2A.
It won't be dropping down to 2A. It'll still be 3A. Because I'm going to be honest. I think Peach County will now be back to playing your Pierce counties, your Appleton, your Crest counties, and things like that. I don't think Peach County will have to appeal. I think our numbers, because right now we're at the bottom of 3A, actually was possibly going to be pushed down to 2A last year. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't have this as a fact. It's just what I know about the numbers. We wanted to stay in 3A. So I think we may have to stay in 3A this year if we don't go ahead and make the move and be okay with going up to 4A.
Mm-hmm.
You do understand what you just said, right? Okay. We're going to run this back later.
Okay. Marquise says here, I have a question for the panel. When did you all start this podcast? I think it was 2021.
Yeah, about 4 years ago, I think it's our 4th year.
Yeah.
Well, officially being a podcast 3rd year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we would get on in 2021. But yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about them days.
Yeah, let's not do that. We'll put it like this: we've come a long way.
Sang
We've come
it,
a long way. Anyway,
long way.
Oscar Miles says, since you yelling Columbus team, Mr. Mike, you better go get that Mountain Rock or Cedar Grove because they can't get up at all. One thing I can tell you, Columbus staying in 2A was solely based off travel. Now speaking on Carver, bro, just like we
know what?
Don't matter where you put us, we gonna ball.
Carver can't say nothing to Cedar Grove until you beat us. Okay. Carver, Columbus, yes, I said it. You have nothing to say to Cedar Grove until you beat us. You
just better be glad y'all in the same classification then.
Hey, all I'm saying is they had their chance and they blew it.
Chris White says Lee and Lovejoy. I'm sure when y'all wrote that it made perfect sense, but the way my mind is set up, I can't remember the context of it, but it's okay, sir. Dwayne says, so the Region of Doom won't have to be Road Warriors anymore. And then Heather says, yo, hey, Mr. Wizard, I'm going to read these comments and then I'm going to let you go. Heather says, yo, I'm glad you love it. I'm going to have to study this a little more. Maybe once it finally clicks in my head, I will love it as well.
And
Jimmy said,
real quick, babe, I'm sorry, but just Ms. Rodriguez, once y'all experience it that first year, and you see how Thomas County Central, who still should be strong, although you will be losing stud of a quarterback, defensive end, running back, some other guys. I think Thomas County will still be strong. Once you experience it and see how it will benefit for you all, you'll love it.
Let's see. Chris says, okay, Jimmy says the last year we were in 4A, we played Benedictine in the championship. Yep, I remember that. That was at Georgia State. And I think y'all didn't have no kicker and y'all went with two.
Needed a kicker.
Chris White said, Heather Rodriguez, if this would have been in place the last 3 or 4 years, we wouldn't have had to go on the road at all until maybe the semifinals, which would have been great for us. Then Heather said, okay, gotcha. Then I love it. Mr. Reddick, I don't know if I've told you hello today, but hello, sir, and welcome to the podcast. Dwayne wants to know how that 7-3 receipt is looking.
Good.
Oh, he said good.
Good. I think it's looking good for they been around.
You know, he the prognosticator has spoken.
Hey, I gotta support Thursday. He give me free rent.
Yeah, I know that's right. Ricky says, what if the GHS forces schools to include 9th grade academies with their FCE? And if they do that, then it's going to be a lot of upset people. Tick says, Northeast, and welcome to the podcast, Wildcat. Tick says, Northeast region will consistently have multiple teams in the playoffs as long as Northeast, Dublin, Blakely, Dodge, and Ace stay competitive. Tick says, yo, you got to move unless y'all appeal. Chris White says, keep in mind that jumping up from 5A to 6A next year, for example, doesn't mean you're going to be playing the current 6A teams. You'll still be playing with the same teams you're playing with now. True. We're grateful for you too, Marquise. Thank you, nephew. Lee says, welcome, Wizard. Oscar said, beat the snot out of y'all, bro. You act like we play y'all every year or constantly. You know, God dang it, well, you don't want this smoke. He said, we were coming to you, Mr. Mike.
Hold on. Was he talking to me?
Yes, sir. Let me read this.
All I'm going to say is 20 to 12. 2012.
Okay. So Mr. Westbrook's talking to you too. He said, we were coming to you, Mr. Mike, in 3A a couple of years ago, but we had a little locker room situation. But that's on us. And with that,
who are we? Who are we?
Carver Columbus. And with that,
y'all want coming for us because you definitely didn't want us back then. And I think everybody on this panel, everybody in 3A, nobody in 3A wanted none of us.
The water has changed the glass has changed from clear to brown.
And that's what and you know what? That's what I got in my cup right now, some brown instead of clear.
Stephen Robinson, let me ask this question real quick, and then we're going to let the wizard go. First of all, Mr. Robinson, welcome to the podcast, sir. He says, how does this new ranking system affect teams like Westlake that have played teams like Carrollton, Roswell, Gainesville, Langston, and Douglas County if you finish around 500?
It's going to benefit them tremendously.
Mm-hmm. You'll fare better than somebody who's played a cupcake schedule, and the people they play hadn't played anybody.
I mean, because when you get down to it, Westlake has played some teams that, they got a nice resume. They just wasn't the team built to play that resume, but they got a nice resume, so their opponents is going to help them out. Oh, and by the way, guess what? Their opponents is going to help them out too, because Hughes, Douglas, Gainesville, Roswell, Hateville Charter, and Carrollton, Douglas County, they're all playing good opponents.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's going to help.
Yeah. I mean, they playing a nice little schedule. So, yeah, they'll benefit, even though they didn't go over 500 with the schedule benefits them in making the playoff.
Mm-hmm. And Mr. Robinson, you were right the first time. It's the A effect. You were right the first time. You didn't have to change it, sir. You did right. Mr. Wizard.
Hey.
Hello, sir. Why don't you go ahead and do your thing?
So, I have a statement that the witch is making me read. Can I get this out the way first?
You can, sir.
Okay. Baby, I am sorry for the homophobic remarks that I made. Okay, y'all ready to get on with the rest of the show? Because I got to get because we got Shaggy and Wilma waiting in the basement.
You see my face, Mr. Wilson?
Okay, my
Let's
bad.
not do
But
this.
y'all sure be putting together some odd couples in that basement. Go right ahead, man.
Let's not do that tonight.
You
sir.
know what? I'm
Right.
not gonna say nothing because I don't want to get in trouble no more.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I was on. That's all I'm trying to do is not get fined. Apparently, I said something last week that didn't, go off the right way on other people.
We thank you
Yeah,
for your apology.
yeah. I see what I did there. The word off.
We did. And how you doing, Miss? How you doing, Miss Wright? Welcome to the podcast, Burke County.
Okay. So real fast, let me get in and out of here so I can get down there and smoke with Scooby and see how blind Wilma is. Acquaintance. Yeah, I see you losing to Harlem this weekend.
Ooh.
Holy Innocent. I think everybody expects you to lose to Carver Atlanta. And I think we said this before that GAC had no business being in the top 10.
So they'll be out next week, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they should be. Yeah, I think so. That's just me though.
Okay, let's go. Let's go to Single A Division 2.
Okay, Single A Division 2. Clinch County, number 2 team in 2A. The question is for how much longer? I think Brooks County, since they back in region play, rights the ship and expresses themselves against Clinch County.
Well, that's your first bold prediction of the night.
Oh, I got some more for you. If you think that's bold.
Hold on. Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. I expect everybody in D1 to handle business and handle business convincingly. I think that's the word I'm looking for. That's a good word, yeah. Convincingly.
Convincing. Yes, sir. It's a great
Okay.
word.
Okay, because you my Webster, so I just had to make sure. Okay.
Let's go to D2A.
Okay. 2A.
Ooh. The Panthers aren't gonna like that.
Who is that?
And
Sumter or Carver?
Sumter.
Oh, Sumter.
Dwayne says Clinch won't score 14 points.
See? Okay, you know what? It is what it is. I'm going to stick to 2A. I'm not going to get fined tonight.
I was just reading the comments, sir. Go ahead.
All I'm saying is Sumter is going to hold Carver Columbus to their lowest regular season point total for a single game. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
But Carver Columbus is going to win, and they're going to upset and beat Sumter County as expected. And everybody else is going to handle business in 2A.
Oscar says BS. Those folks are not putting up no 24 points on Carver. Us by 600. Okay, Oscar, let's be realistic, friend. Won't be no 600 points.
It don't get out of hand like it did last year, Oscar. And you know, I have said 2A belongs to
Carver
Columbus. I think you all still win that region and win 2A. It's y'all's to win. But I think Sumter will be your toughest test even in the playoffs. I think Sumter will put together something this year. I know the Wizards got it at 1 score. I wouldn't go that far, but you know, at least 14 or less.
I mean, I got them at 11.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
see.
Yeah, I did apologize. I
24,
thought
let's
you
see,
had one.
25, 26, 27,
Yeah,
28.
it's a
Hey, can I
limit, Mr.
borrow?
Wilson.
Hey, can I borrow somebody's toes real fast?
Can't count all you ain't got but 4 toes, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Hey, I'm a witness. Respect.
How you doing, Mr. Robert? Go Trojans, Peach County. That's all right. Dwayne disagrees with Oscar, and Oscar said, "Okay, Jess, it'll be $5.99 and not $600." Okay, bless your heart. Let's go to 3A.
Okay. Calhoun, I really want to put you on upset alert, but I can't. All I'm saying is handle business. But I expect everybody in 3A top 10 to handle business.
I gotta commend you there, Mr. Wizard. Them some pretty good scores, man. You probably get spot on a lot of them.
Well, I take that back. I do expect one team in 3A to lose this week. And that's the team playing the off week, because off week is always undefeated.
Yeah, we'll lose to it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad it don't count officially, though, right?
Don't count officially.
So it don't matter.
Exactly. All right, 4A. I expect 4A top 10 to handle business. All I'm going to ask is Creekside. I expect you to take them to the woodshed. Just bring them back when you're done, so we can wash them up and send them off the next week.
Lee says Mary Persons will beat LaGrange.
And what?
Well, go
Mr.
play my
Mister.
pick'ems. Go play my pick'ems then, because I know that game is on my pick'em. Go play the pick'ems. All right, 5A. So this is where the weekend is going to get interesting. Milton and Gainesville. Does Gainesville get over the hump? Or does Milton show their superiority?
No. And I ain't talking about the Milton question. I'm talking about the other team.
Oh, okay. I just asked, but I got Milton to win. I expect it to be a close, good game.
That'd be an upset alert, basically.
Yeah, Milton is on upset alert. Everybody else is going to be a blowout.
Okay.
And, I think Thomas County Central take their first loss of the season, too.
Who?
Thomas County.
Oh, they're playing the off week.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing the bye week. They're going to lose.
Where they're playing. Okay.
Now, 6A is... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just looking at these comments. Let's see. Bear said wants to know what game you're going to Friday. We will be in Quitman, Georgia. Lord willing, in the creek don't rise. Mr. Barry Van. Ryan Wimley says I kind of like the power rankings because now it forces. Okay, well, go ahead with 6A, sir. We'll go ahead. I'll read these later.
Yeah, because you know something crazy gonna come out my mouth. So 6A goes crazy on Thursday night. You know what? 6A goes crazy on Friday night. But I do want to say this. I got you as an 18-point favorite, Loud. You said don't say the D, right?
It's loud. It's loud.
Loud. Don't say the D. So why they got it? You know what? They had to put the D in it. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if Camden County, pulled the upset. That's all I'm saying. Don't be shocked.
Who Camden playing on Lounge?
Yeah.
So, okay.
I'm just saying. Other than that, I'm done. Y'all good?
We're good. Have a great weekend.
Okay. I'll see y'all on Monday.
Take care.
And hopefully I ain't got no fine coming my way after tonight.
You keep talking, you ain't gonna be here, period.
You did a pretty good job. You did a good job, Mr. Wilson.
I'm proud of you tonight. I'm proud of you.
Okay. Hey, y'all. In quotation marks, I'm off on my way to the bank. Y'all be good with it.
You be
Later.
good. Later. But you can take them quotation marks out. You ain't all you off. Period. But that's okay. Ryan Wembley says, I kind of like the power rankings because now it forces us to stay in state because them Florida teams are good, but those games are so dead. Oh, I've never played a Florida team, so I don't know.
Well, honestly, it all depends on your region, though. If you know you got a strong region, it will. If you know you got a strong region, the teams in your region are going to benefit you either way. So why not put yourself out there on the interstate schedule? You're still gonna get a point for it. They points won't matter for you, but you're gonna get the point for them. And you're preparing your team for your region.
But at the same time, bro, think about how many teams gonna just get that point, and then other teams gonna have opponents winning percentage that's boosting them. So you get a point if you play a Florida team, you're gonna get that point. But if you play a GHSA team, you're gonna get that point. Plus, you're gonna have their opponents and their opponents' opponents boosting you. That's gonna equals more than a point. So I wouldn't, if I'm an AD, if I'm a coach and I'm sitting down looking at this scheduling thing next cycle, I'm trying to schedule every game in the GHSA that I could.
Agreed.
So here's my thing. Do you think it's possible that we'll see more North versus South Georgia team matchups? Vice interstate or vice national schedules now?
That's a good point.
When I say now, keep in mind when I say North versus South, it's basically a 2-year contract. Each team gets a home game. That way, they get money off the gate. Each team is gonna make money, fair share. But, i.e., let's just say, for an example, Buford versus TCC, home and home. You come to us 1 year, we come to you 1 year.
And here's the thing, though. TCC gonna go to Buford. TCC fans gonna travel to Buford. Buford gonna go to TCC. Buford fans are not gonna travel to Thomas County, bro.
They're not.
We know that. We know that. I just used that as an example. Buford fans ain't traveling too far south.
Exactly. Now
I wouldn't be surprised though. Buford fans might show up down there.
I'll just take in consideration of what Dr. Scott said. I think once this thing get to rolling, because it's in play now and it's not going anywhere, I think a lot of coaches will, and you will start seeing that. See, like higher classifications from 4A to 6A, say this year, they hadn't experienced the power ranking playoff PSR. So they may take their chances next year and keep scheduling these, like you say, the 84 teams or Florida teams, just speaking of Thomas County Central, or where you have I'm just trying to get out of the South. The team over there in Troup County.
Whitewater?
No.
In LaGrange,
Troup County, and the other one, the little small school.
Callaway.
If Callaway playing Opelika, you know what I'm saying? Callaway know that they didn't benefit much from that. You know what I mean? So going into this new cycle, you like that matchup. Your next door neighbors, you ride right up 85, 30 minutes or so. You down there in Opelika from Callaway. So I can see why they choose those games, how it don't help them in the PSR. I think coaches will start getting out of it. Now, it might not be this next cycle, but the following cycle after that, what we talking 29 and 30, you may have your Thomas County Central scheduling.
Nah, they gonna fill it in 20. They gonna start redoing their schedules and canceling some contracts in 27. Because this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna have what a lot of people gonna think is a quality team at number 3 or 4 in the region and not make a playoff game.
Yep. And that's what I'm talking about. So that's why I said after this cycle, So I misspoke when I said 29 because this next cycle is what 26 and 27. So 28 and 29 years, yeah, you'll see them probably getting some Thomas Counties versus some Miltons, or not even just Miltons, maybe some 6A or some strong 4As like Colquitt played.
Lee.
Lee, as well as Benedictine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might start seeing those type of matchups in South, Middle, and North Georgia to help for everybody can try to help their PSR.
Well, I don't think North Georgia got the issue of playing because we got more. Ain't no trust. I'm not throwing shade when I say this. North Georgia has more quality teams to play than Middle South Georgia overall. Now, well, for me personally, I would love to see the pot getting stirred where you got South, Middle Georgia coming up north and vice versa. I want to see Georgia. I don't care how you spin it. Georgia high school football is the best high school football in the nation. Let the best in Georgia play the best in Georgia. Because your non-region games, at the end of the day, you can still win your region and get a top 16 seed if you lose a non-region game. That's not the problem. Let's see the best playing the best. Every Friday we got the best on best until we get in the region play. That's where we're gonna start getting some cupcakes.
Chris says we need to push out all of those Florida schools and play all in-state schools. Ricky says when playing out-of-state GIAA teams, should max prep rankings be included as part of the power rankings? I don't trust
No. Fuck max prep. Oh, I'm sorry. Forget max prep.
It ain't even about how flawed max prep is. It's exactly what Dr. Scott said. You can't.
It's not very
you can't keep an accurate account of the teams that these Florida schools are playing to factor in their opponents' records and points to get points and stuff. You can't keep an accountability of that. So I understand why those out-of-state games and I know GHSA, which means Raven Gap. We know Raven Gap is a mother. Raven Gap don't play in the GHSA. So if Raven County played Raven Gap, just an example, it don't benefit them at all except for 1 point. 1 point. Where if they play Hart County, which is a neighboring county, you're going to get that 1 point. And then all of these points that's going to accumulate from Harts County opponents and Hart County opponents will build their point system up a lot higher than it will just playing that Raven Gap, getting that 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How you doing, Mr. Reese? Welcome to the podcast. Oscar seems to think that Camden might sneak up on Valdosta.
He thinking like the Wizard, huh?
Okay. Mr. Parham, welcome to the podcast. What up, y'all? Carols and Trojans checking in. Welcome to the podcast, sir. Tick says it would make more sense to play higher classification teams in state instead of out of state.
Agreed.
Agreed.
I mean, when you say that, and we talking current events, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people, I know the listeners ain't getting it yet, but they will in about 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Columbia out of Decatur.
Yeah. What was I fixing to say? Mr. Reese, I don't know if I told you welcome to the podcast, sir, but welcome. He made a point. He said the Metro teams don't travel outside of the parents for the most part. Tick says
I disagree, but okay.
It's true.
It's true. And I know you ain't talking cause when Cedar Grove played in Bainbridge, what'd you do?
Man, it was a hurricane that day.
Yeah, that's it. That's right.
But I did travel up to Maryland and watch them play though, didn't I?
Oh man, that's just because you going out of state, man.
You just want to go get on a plane.
I went up to Maryland and watched them play.
You say we different. Yeah, you took 2 or 3 days off. That was like a mini vacation for you. But on a Friday, would you get in your car and drive down on them country roads to head to Bainbridge? I
Not
need
the
to
Bain.
see.
Hold on, Jeff. I'm gonna answer your question. Not the Bainbridge. Now 3 times we went to Colquitt County. I wasn't traveling down there.
Thank you. Thank you. So
You
stop
telling
this,
on yourself.
stop
So
disagreeing with
that's
folks.
just me. But hold on now. All three of us, week 1 of the season, where were we at? What game did we go to? Buford Milton
Beaufort
game, right?
Milton. And guess
Yeah,
who traveled up there? Me and yo. You didn't really
yeah.
travel. You
And
came up here.
understand one thing: if Peach County was playing in Perry, which is 12 miles up the road, or if they was playing in Hart County, which they have, and guess what? We traveled to Hart County.
Hold on now. Y'all ain't finna do this to me now. Why did I not come down? Because I was supposed to come to the Peach Perry game with y'all. We talked about it in July. I said I'm coming.
Yes.
The only reason I did not come down there was because of why? Y'all had an uprising COVID. I
Okay, but
ain't never had it. I ain't never caught it, and I wasn't trying to deal with that.
bro,
Yeah.
understand one thing. Understand one thing. You coming to the Peach County Perry game where you like literally an hour and a half if from your doorstep to the stadium, bro.
And
That's
it's
totally
4
different, bro.
lanes the whole way.
Yes,
You
that's
get off
totally
on
different, bro.
Highway 49 is a lot different than you traveling down
Man, y'all act like I ain't never came down there. Y'all act like I ain't never came down there to watch
Highway
Peach play
41.
Chris or Peach play Northeast
That's right out the
or
interstate,
somebody.
sir. That's right out the interstate. We talking about going down through Albany or going down through Sylvester on Highway 19 or 32 or whatever it is. That's a whole lot different. Peach County is in the middle of the state. You get off the exit, you bear to the right. You go, it's 2 lanes the whole way, and it's
Man, I ain't having the conversation. I see
before
y'all
you
Halloween.
before you
Hey,
even
I
get
see
to
y'all
Fort Valley.
Halloween
You get to
weekend.
Peach County High School before you even get to Fort Valley.
I
So
see y'all Halloween weekend.
uh-huh.
Good, good.
Let's see.
As long as the government open back up, I see y'all Halloween weekend.
Dwight has a question. He says,
What's
"So
that?
do nationally ranked teams even? Do national rankings even matter at the end of the day?
Not in Georgia.
Nope.
Not in Georgia.
Not in Georgia.
Nah, not when it comes to the power rankings. It don't. It's just bragging rights.
And
My
again, I'm sorry, babe. The PSR is for playoffs. You know what I mean? So you playing those nationally ranked schedule will still get you ranked in the state and things like that. The only thing that would affect is your playoff seeding.
Yeah. So, like, okay. So, Michael has a question. Will this discourage big time out of state matchups? Not necessarily, Michael. I don't think.
I don't think it will now the first time that cycle hit, but I'm pretty sure after seeing, because let's be real, Michael, I do apologize. I don't know who you're a fan of, but let's just say you are Carrollton. Okay. Carrollton is close to the Alabama line. All right. So let's say you playing a team in Alabama. You do it every year. It's clockwork for you. And because of that, Carrollton win their region. They're number 18 seed. So they go up to 16. And the first round, they host. Well, guess what you got to do that second round, sir? You got to hit the road. And you may go and play a 8-2 team that you know that you're way better than and skin them on the road. But if you would have played Georgia schools, GHSA schools, you probably would have been home being a 4 seed or 8 seed and probably would have been home the entire playoffs until the state championship game. Now,
What?
also understand it's micro percentages of points. If you look at the power ranking, you may have someone that's boasting a 8, 9, 2, 5, and you may have a team that's a 8, 9, 2, 7. And that 8, 9, 2, 5 may be a 10 seed, where that 8, 9, 2, 7 can be all the way down to a 14th or a 15th.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Okay, I got a perfect example for you, yo. So if Cedar Grove had stayed in state and not went out to Texas last year and played a GHSA school,
We're not there bothering them folk. Go ahead.
whatever, Jess. That ain't the point of the conversation.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby.
I know you had. I know. I opened the door. You had to get it out. But what I'm getting at is, let's say they picked up another a big blue collar school in Georgia playing got beat down, right?
Hmm.
It would have benefited them more by playing a GHSA school than
Yep.
going out to Texas and bothering folks.
Yep. And if we're not mistaken, Cedar Grove was a 30th seed last
30,
year.
30, which they could have possibly went up 2
So
spots,
about a
maybe 4 at the most.
27,
Yeah.
26 or so by playing a GHSA school.
Yeah. So
And instead of running into Harlem, who was number 2 at the time, you probably would have been running into a number 5 or number 6 seed. And Cedar Grove played Harlem tough down there, and possibly would have been a 5 or a 6 seed that they possibly could have upset versus playing a number 2 seed because you played a Texas school that put you at 30th instead of playing a power GHSA school that possibly could have put you at 25, 26, 27 or so.
Yeah. So it got, so you got your AD and your football coach got to sit down and figure out the pros and the cons.
Well, I'm a math major. I love numbers. So, everybody that don't like numbers or don't know numbers, you better get somebody on your team that know numbers so y'all can start understanding them percentages and stuff so you can try to get this schedule together.
Yeah, these ADs are they're gonna have to earn their little bacon. Not saying that you don't earn your bacon now, but y'all gonna really have to start wheeling and dealing trying to make it, because here somebody gonna get left out. Everybody can't play all good scenes. You know what I'm saying?
This is a beautiful part of it. It don't just affect football. It's all sports across the board.
Oh yeah, all
That's
sports.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The ADs and the coaches are going to have to. They're gonna have to earn these little coins they're about to get.
Not just they bacon, but they whole bacon and the egg sandwich. You got to earn it all.
Larry Boyd, welcome to the podcast. He says Carrollton played Parker from Birmingham, and they brought a big crowd to Carrollton. I think it's a culture thing, Mr. Boyd. Like when we talk about the Metro Atlanta teams as opposed to other teams, it's too many things in the Metro Atlanta area fighting for your entertainment dollar. In Fort Valley, Georgia, we ain't got nothing else to do but go to the game, stay at the house, or go to the movies. Okay, and that's over in Warner Robins. So,
you know what, Jess? You put it perfectly, because I couldn't have put it no better.
Yeah.
Exactly, it is.
Because prime example, I'm here in Atlanta, but I'm not always at a Cedar Grove game on a Friday night.
Well, we know.
Just leave it right there, Mike.
I am. But I'm just saying though, you hit it on the nail, JLB. You hit the nail on the head just because, for the simple fact, and this is no disrespect, but this is how we categorize it. Small town Georgia, they look forward and will shut down for that Friday night and support their team when they're at home. And Middle South Georgia travels a lot better than North Georgia at the end of the day.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah, Carrollton does travel well.
Hey, one thing. I'm sorry, baby, to interrupt you, but me and my dog were there talking about this, man. It's amazing that Peach County used to own Carrollton, man. We used to beat up on them, man. And now Carrollton is like the highest classification, man. And we still in 3A. But that goes with when you, like I told you, man, when you start talking about growth in the city and stuff like that versus, because I remember when I first moved to Atlanta, 1999 or so, Carrollton was out there and you didn't have that many people in Carrollton, and they start moving outside the city, and Douglas County grew, and then Carroll County grew, and it just, I remember when Henry County was 3A schools and stuff, the Cobb County schools, like the areas, Fulton, Clayton, and DeKalb always been, kind of that call. But for Henry County and Douglas and Paulding and, those other counties that's just growing, where Middle and South Georgia don't have that kind of growth. So that's why everybody going up there.
Well, part of the problem is the city is so full, everybody's moving on the outskirts of the city into the suburbs, and that's what's benefiting a lot of the counties that you spoke on.
Because Carrollton is close enough to the Metro Atlanta area that you can live in Carrollton or Villa Rica or somewhere like that, and you can work there, and you can commute back and forth.
Yeah. then things start to change. And we know things are changing, and these suburban areas are going to start to, as they're doing now, i.e., make a come up. Because let's be honest, when you think of Huron County, the only school that you really think of is Stockbridge, because Stockbridge was the only one really making noise because of where they're positioned at. But
Yep.
now folks are going further south, and now you got schools like Locust Grove making
Yep.
noise.
Yep.
Schools like Dutchtown, making noise last year.
Hampton.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I ain't gonna speak on Hampton because Hampton got a school 1 mile down the street from them, so they're splitting players between Hampton and Llewellyn.
Luella.
Lovejoy.
Yeah.
Also Lovejoy and Monday's Meal are similar. Like
Yeah.
if you can walk through somebody's yard and go right across the field, you leaving Lovejoy and hitting Monday's Meal.
Yeah. Now I will say this: the one school and I'm gonna say this, south of the city that is surprising me is Jonesboro, because I
Shout out to
know.
them.
Yeah, I know a lot of our listeners don't pay. They don't really pay a lot of attention to the metro area, and it's understandable because you focus on what's in your area. But do keep an eye out on Jonesboro. Do keep in mind Jonesboro, they do have a Super 11 on their team, which should tell you that community is starting to produce some talent.
Yes. And shout out to Jonesboro High School and their band. They not only did they go to the New Year's Rose Bowl parade, we really appreciate them because of some issues that going on at Fort Valley State University. Our band was not able to perform for homecoming, but Jonesboro came down and they did what they had to do. So shout out to those babies. We really, really appreciate you guys. And I hope that you all loved what you saw when you came to Fort Valley and you enjoyed homecoming and y'all decided to come on down. Chris Pace says Thursday was amazing seeing a cow. I'm talking about,
right?
I was like, boy, what is
Hey, get what? Not to interrupt you, babe, but I was driving down 49 the other day, and I got a 2-year-old. I have a 5-year-old. They're out of school for fall break right now, and my baby girl said, "Mari, look, it's animals." Because anytime they ride with me, they like to look at animals. Out. When I tell you, my 2-year-old was so excited to see a cow at Peach County High School, man, it made me think about bruh. I said, man, that's amazing. Mike was more amazed at seeing that cow than my 2-year-old was.
It was like, it's a cow. Y'all got a cow on campus. I said, they got FNL.
Man.
Of course they do.
Man, let me tell you something. Being from the city in the country, I ain't never seen a cow on a school campus.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
Welcome to the country, baby. That's all I can say. Dwight says the game you want to come to is the Carrollton versus Douglas County at the end of the season. I think that's going to be a very good game.
Good one.
Larry Boy says, don't nobody want to travel to South Georgia from North Georgia unless they have to.
Hey, can I speak on that? Hey, can I speak on that real fast?
Yes.
So when my son was playing at Llewellyn, they had a playoff game down at Benedictine. Man, I did. I went. My son. I went to every game he played, unless I had to go out of work. Unless I had to go out of town to work. But I get off work early, head down to Benedictine. Man, this is a long ride. Screw it. I can't pop the trunk, right? Gotta stay sober. All right. Sit there chilling, watch the game, spent 3.5 hours watching the game, then I had to drive back. But man, that boy didn't get home until about 2 in the morning. That scarred me right there. That scarred me.
And that was all interstate, sir.
But listen to this though, bro. My cousin and I, bro, we travel those for teams that ain't even ours, bro.
I know that. I know that.
So we can't go. We can't go on Jonesboro Road and on Metropolitan and stuff on the weekends. See, we ain't got that to go on.
Yeah, I feel. But you know what? Though? I look at it like this. I look at it like this. I provide coverage and go peep out games up north, and y'all go peep out games in middle and South Georgia. Every now
So,
and then we meet up somewhere in the middle.
Yes. So
I'm gonna
Rocky
leave it like
said,
that.
Rocky,
But
I
I
like
do
what
know
Rocky
this.
said. Go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
do. I do know this. Y'all come up north, I take care of you.
you do
I
that,
come
bro.
down south, y'all take care of me.
You
So,
do
Yes,
that.
we do.
so it's gonna balance out.
There
We
it
are
is.
family. Rocky says what this does stop is teams like TCC and Valdosta from playing all these 2A and 3A teams. So you won't see a Brooks versus TCC. Well, maybe you will.
Yeah, you still will because they
You said,
GHSA
yeah,
And they
and
yeah.
both
and
strong.
I don't know. You know, Brooks play a hard out of non region schedule, but like Thomasville, okay, Thomas County Central was too strong for Thomasville this year. All right,
Mhm,
but guess what? Thomasville is winning.
mhm.
Thomasville is playing teams. They only lost was a team called Worth County, who's undefeated. So Thomas County Central beating Thomasville gave them a point. Playing Thomasville, who's winning, give them points. Thomasville playing the likes of Worth and other teams that are decent, it's still giving them points. So you can still see that matchup. It don't hurt conference. As long as you're a GHA school and you winning and you're playing against teams that's winning,
What
it
about Bainbridge?
benefits you.
What about
Now
Bainbridge?
playing Bainbridge don't do a BA thing for you. I'm just gonna be honest. It
Yeah,
don't do a BA thing for you.
yeah.
I just don't think it helps them when they get it. I just don't think that type of schedule helps them when they get into the playoffs, though.
Um, Pierce County will play Valdosta. We're only an hour away from each other, and that's not necessarily a bad matchup.
Hold on,
Larry,
we not finna. We just not gonna float past this. You talking about playing them in a scrimmage game or a regular season game?
I'm assuming he mean regular season, Mike.
Cause what you been doing spring scrimmage and fall scrimmage don't mean jack.
Larry has said so. Schools are going to get penalized for playing out of state teams. They won't get penalized; they just won't be rewarded. So you get a
Great
point for
words.
winning the game, but you don't get extra points for because if you play a
That
G, go ahead.
that team's performance. You don't get any
Yeah,
credit for that team's performance.
yeah, against their schedule and their opponent's schedule. So you just get a point as opposed to if you played a GHSA school that was strong, you might get what 1.2 or 1.3 points. Whereas if you just playing somebody out of state and you win, you just get a point. It's gonna be some very late nights come next year for ADs and coaching staffs. That's right. Langston gonna have 50 fans and we scoring 50 points. I wonder
Who
when
are
they
we?
start doing that. Langston
Hmm.
Hughes. I wonder, like when they start doing PSR, and you know, they said they're working on the calculations. Are they going to start that whole margin of victory stuff? But they probably won't. They probably
No,
won't.
I don't think so. What I think they're gonna end up doing is taking what they have now in the lower from 3A and below and applying it to 4A and above
I don't.
because they
We
know that
just
model
talk about.
works.
Yeah, she just talking about going forward because he
Yeah.
did say they will continue to tweak it and look at different formulas and stuff. And we do apologize. I can't think of um, one of the representative for GHSA who was on with us last year. Dr. Scott did mention him.
Don
Don. Yep, Don. He
Don
does the
Cason, his last name's the Colson. Don Colson, I think it is.
Don Colson. He does all of the formulas and things, and as he spoke tonight, he's actually working on some formulas to see different things and stuff. So if it benefits them and it gives other people, it gives teams more, to tweak. Like let's say this year a region champ that's playing lower classifications get in and then get smoked in the playoffs. They're gonna probably start tweaking stuff for the strength of schedule type thing or something to make sure that they are not just because you're a region champ, you're not just making an easy way by playing a light schedule and then you're still not getting the top teams playing because you getting smoked because you hadn't played anybody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Michael says, I love out of state matchups. This is good for national exposure on TV. For example, Lee County versus St. Francis, Maryland, a few years ago. It's good for bragging rights. Hopefully, something can be worked out. Ricky Miles says, I remember when Carrollton played Early County for the 2A state championship in 98. Now they are on the opposite ends of classifications. You're absolutely right, Mr. Miles. You're right. Yeah, you still get the point for the win, just not the opponent's winning percentage or opponent's winning percentage. Mr. Parham says there's some good jobs in Carroll County. I know some unemployed folk I need to send over that in. Yeah. Morris says don't forget Ola in Henry County as well.
Yeah.
Ola had a nice little run 2 years, last year and the year before.
Well, that whole area between the Ola, that Rockdale County, Henry County connection right there, where you can go down to the Locust Grove area also. Bro, it's building up. I went through there the other day to pick my kids up from Covington. Shout out to Jess, my sister Jess, who showed me and tell me about going up 20 to get to the other side of Covington. Because all my years of living in the metro Atlanta area, I never really took that route. And it's a lot easier.
Just ride out. Just ride out.
But the whole time I was out there, man, they building all kind of roundabouts and subdivisions being thrown up. So I think Ola will continue to grow in that area. And I think their team will start getting some of those athletes out there more and more. Because they did have a class that came through and Ola was strong.
Yeah.
I think it'll get back to being a more what the word I'm looking for?
Competitive.
No, they consistent, more consistent basis of them winning.
I mean, the class graduated last year from Ola. That's why Ola fell off this year. But
my dictionary didn't even help me out.
I know, right?
Yeah. Oh, I had zoned out, baby. I'm sorry.
Hey. No, you know what? I'm not gonna tell them your nickname. I'm not gonna tell them your nickname.
Who nickname me?
Yeah, your.
Yeah, I don't know my nickname, so we're gonna be quiet. Yeah, cause you're gonna have to tell me what my nickname is. I have several.
Hey, it's OP, but it ain't Ocean Pacific.
Okay, let's see. Larry says I will ride to a game I want to see. I drive to Carrollton from Alabama to watch every game. To watch every game his nephew plays in Georgia. Well, we appreciate you, Mr. Boyd.
Good stuff, Mr. Boyd.
So, do you watch Alabama football? Like, so what's your assessment? Do you prefer Georgia football, or you just you come because your nephew is playing?
And what's there? You ain't in Roanoke, are you? Ain't that the name of Roanoke, the little city right outside of Bowden, going over to Alabama?
Mm-hmm. John Hughes, welcome to the podcast. He said, "Isn't Thomasville one place ahead of Worth? I believe they are in the power rankings." Like we said, Mr. Hughes, you can't really pay attention to the power rankings right now because the season is not over with. So it just depends. And I think Thomasville might be ahead of them simply because they've played Thomas County Central.
Thank you. That's what I was going to make. If you look at the schedule of Thomasville, it's possible, even though Worth beat them. Now, Worth being 1%, no, I'm sorry, because home games don't count as one complete point.
It's 0.9.
0.9. So Worth having those victories, even beating Thomasville still can be ahead of Worth by opponents.
Not if Worth wins the region.
Now, if Worth wins the region, it changed. That's why we say you can't really pay attention to the power rankings.
But guess what? Not next year, though.
I mean, even next year, because
if Thomasville was 8 and Worth was 9, Worth being a region champion, they still in the top 16, so they'll still be 9.
Yeah, that's true. But like this year, it don't matter. But either way, I would not look at the power rankings until the last game of the regular season is played, whether it be this year or next year, because you ain't gonna do nothing but get ticked off.
It's 9:20. Is it time to start the clock?
Yep. We bring
time to start the clock.
Well, hold on. Well, if I can get the file to open up.
What's going on, Deshaun? He said, Mr. Boyd says he watches. He's in Birmingham. Okay, straight shot down 20 I-20. He says I love football. Period. It's good football in Georgia and Alabama. Okay. No, let's not ask about that. We don't know who they play yet, Mr. Robert. They haven't done all the region matchups and all that stuff. Okay. Jimmy Westbrook already talked about the clock. He said, I still ain't forgot. Something County, you on the clock? Where my switch at?
Oh my
Y'all go ahead
lord.
and put the people
Oh
on the
damn, he
clock.
using a switch and not a belt. My
Nah,
That's
God.
right.
crazy.
Listen, I'd rather get whipped with a belt than a
Got to
switch.
switch any day,
Oh,
especially heads. Boy, my mom used to get them head trees, boy, and then braid them things up. Good God, I still feel the stain.
Damn
still
that. They
go out.
just
And
had
you know
damn
that's
that.
a
Just having to go out and pick your
pick
switch.
your switch. And
Oh,
then
and try to get the smallest one on the tree and see what happened to you.
oh, that's the worst kind. And then my folk, they had sticker bras on it. Like, don't you see these things? Oscar said we got to stop talking to Mr. Boyd. He got Bama on his profile.
All right, I'm gonna start this off. By week, you are on the clock.
That's right.
I'm supposed to go next.
Yeah. I want to hear this one.
Oh, you sure you want to hear this one?
Yes, I do.
Man, you know what? Okay, when I said you got to promise not to laugh, okay?
I will not laugh, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, so you ain't promised. I don't even want to see it.
I promise.
Yeah, you talking about that school down 85, Highway 85, but go ahead, bro.
Okay.
You need to look
Okay,
at
as
my
long as you promise. So, with that being said, North Clayton, you on the clock.
Now you just said you weren't gonna laugh. You could at least put on the mute. Man.
Hey, man, I'm sorry.
See,
now you see who you can't trust.
See, that's why I didn't want to participate.
Now you see who you can't trust. You see that? You see that? Nikki has a question. I got a question. Do we still play the same teams next season?
No, the schedule hadn't been made yet. You got to find out what's going to happen with the classification, and that's going to be up to your coaches and AD. Once the classification has been done, then they'll all start making the schedule. Normally, what y'all say it's about February, between February and March, you'll start seeing schedules get released.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who born in the 80s?
Well, real fast, all schedules are due in March.
Yeah, so we'll know more then. Let's see. Who was born in the 80s? Nobody on this panel.
Definitely not me.
I know it ain't me.
Oscar says some Pump County, Summer County, some of this Summer County, or whoever. Y'all are the clock on y'all, or y'all on the clock, or however you want it. Don't matter. Us by 700. You done made me choke, Oscar. Stop. Lee Nicholson says LaGrange is on the clock. All right, Mr. Westbrooks, you celebrated your 50th this year. You ahead of me. Miss Heather was born in the 80s. Okay.
What's up, y'all? What's up, young buck?
Still wet behind the ears, breath smelling like Similac.
We 70s babies over here.
70s, baby. Now, granted, I was at 79, in the middle of 79, June of 79, but I got 6 months in the 70s. I'm a 70.
Don't remember a bit, but you got,
yeah,
but you were there. Huh?
I was there, bro.
Let's see. Bernard says Tucker, you on the clock. Mr. Kurtz is 81. Rocky says Clinch is on the clock. Larry Boyd says LaGrange used to be strong. What happened to them?
Still are.
They still are. They're just not as strong as they used to be, but I think they're on the come up, Mr. Boyd. But they're not. They struggled for a minute, but I think they're on their way back. They were a controversial call away from the state championship last year.
Nah, they was cheated. Don't controversy nothing. They was cheated.
Yeah, they was cheated. I saw if you were to look at that play, they cheated.
Jefferson should have not been in that Benz playing.
Yeah. So LaGrange is pretty decent. Let's see, 71, baby. I gotta see a 79, baby. Mr. Boys like you, 81. Elmo, 82. Marquise, what a baby. I was in the 9th grade in 91.
My lord.
Shit, I ain't gonna even tell y'all what I was doing in 91.
I was on the April Fool's Day. 70. She's y'all. You old too. Shut up.
I think I had my first child in about 91.
No, you did.
Look, you having your first child in 91 while I'm losing a state title to Carterville?
I'm telling you, boy. Just know I told her I was 14 years old, man.
Yeah, I was there.
Just fast.
I'm a bicentennial, baby. Put it like that. So y'all figure out what year it is.
76, baby.
Rock is a 77, baby. Mr. Jordan is a 67, baby. Okay. You a Generation X. Graduated in 90. Okay, you and my sister the same age, Mr. Nicholson.
Graduated before he was born.
LaGrange was cheated last year. Hey, Miss April, how you doing? You so sweet. Let's see. Oscar said, I was born in 90. Y'all could be my You know what? No, we can't be your grandparents. You shut up. You old. Listen, like my mama used to tell me, keep living here. Keep living.
Friday Night Lights, I agree. Oscar math ain't math.
Mr. Jordan. Now, see, you finna make me put you in a category with the rest of these lying folk. Now, you say you were born in 91. You just said 67. Don't lie. I'm an ex-zennial, late 70s, baby. All
there
right.
You go.
That's a good one. That's a good
There you go.
Oh, your husband's also 76. Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. Cher had the #1 song on the music charts when I was born.
Okay, that'll be 72.
All I'm saying is Cher had the #1 song on the music charts when I was born.
We got a baby boomer in here, Mr. Benjamin. I think, the baby boomer ended in 66. So, yeah, we got Mr. Benjamin, April 5th, 1965. You were born. No, he died in 68. So, Martin Luther King was assassinated April the 4th, 1968. Okay.
Malcolm X was killed in 65.
Yeah. Darius says, bye week on the clock, getting rested up for the big matchup. By the way, undefeated Northgate next week. Okay.
Yep. That's going to determine the region.
Yeah. Mr. Tate is the 68, baby. Welcome. So guys,
Hey,
Friday.
hold on, Jeff, before you do this. Have any of y'all ever watched The Great Gatsby?
No.
You talking about the one with Robert Redford? Or did they have a new one with Leonardo DiCaprio? I watched The Great Gatsby with Robert Redford.
Okay. Do y'all know if y'all can tell me when Blazing Saddles came out and back that date up about 6 months, that's when I was born.
Okay.
Oh,
everybody,
okay. So
all black. Hold on. Everybody should know about Blazing Saddles.
Bro, 73 then.
74. Well, yeah, 74.
Mm-hmm.
74, baby. He's 74.
My law, Mr. Reese. I had my first child in 2000.
Mr. Reese. Oh, you such a young baby.
He was born in 2000.
My first child was born in 2000. He was born in 2001.
I can't even say that shit. My birth shit.
He ain't got no Samlet. He got Infamil.
I know.
Let me see. Hold on.
Let's see.
Junior was born in 03. Damn.
Holy. George says, are you coming to Augusta for the FESU and SSU Classic? Yes, sir, Lord willing.
Definitely.
I will have my face in the place. because I support my Wildcats win, lose, or draw. Although I'm not going to Columbia this weekend.
Please don't.
I got some things to take care of around here, but yes, I will be in Augusta.
I'm saying I can stand a one-on-one fight and you getting beat up, but I can't stand just getting mollywopped, man. You going to watch you just get drugged up and down the field. I might want to jump over the fence and help you.
Hey, hold on. Hey, yo, we
Mm.
gonna have the conversation that me and Pimp C be having. Shit, I got about 2 plays in me.
About 2 plays left in me, bro. I got to get out there and help them.
You ain't got one.
So man,
Well,
I be
if you
watching that.
think you got 2, you got 1.
Hey, hold on. Here's my thing. I be watching that 37 minute clips on social media. I'm like, shit. I know I got
Yes,
about
sir.
at least a good
Yes,
2
sir.
in me.
I know it. If you think you got 2, you ain't got but 1.
Hey, you know what, Jet? You might just be right, cause I might just pull a hamstring.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm a post, you know what I mean? I'm 46 years old. I'm going to post a video. I'm going to go out to the school and run me a 40. I can bet anybody I'm still about a 4.6, high 4.5s, man.
Shit, I
So,
know I know I'm running a Chad Power 40 right now.
Okay, clearly y'all delusional. We thank y'all so much. For those of
What the
you
hell? Chad Powers ran a 5.46.
so crazy. For those of you who have games Friday, y'all be safe. Y'all make sure y'all come back and see us Friday evening around 11:15ish. Yo and I will be on the road, but we'll be here. We are heading to the city of Quitman, Georgia. We're gonna watch. We're gonna give our Brooks County folks and our Clinch County folks some love on Friday evening and watch
and
us.
when y'all see us, man, y'all treat us like folks.
Yeah, treat us like folks. We are blessed to be able to have traveled different places. So we will see y'all. Ricky said 4940 over here and he pushing 50. Okay. So y'all make sure that y'all come back on Friday to talk to us. We thank y'all so much. Again, thanks to Dr. Tim Scott for coming on and talking to us and clearing some things up. And guys, if you got some people that have some questions about the power rankings and the reclassifications, make sure that you refer them to this podcast. It's going to be on the FNL page. You can like and share it wherever you want to, so that people can see and hear for themselves what Mr. Scott has to say about the new setup coming in the next year. Yeah,
I graduated in '97, Miss Finley, at Peach County. Wide receiver and cornerback.
Yep. Damn, I ain't gonna say when I graduated. Shit, this some bullshit, man. This some BS tonight.
I ain't ashamed to tell you, I had my 30th.
I feel old.
Yeah,
I feel old right now, for real.
I had my 30th high school reunion last year. I've been out of high school 31 years, so y'all do the math.
So I'm gonna put it out there. Okay, so I graduated from City Grove in '92. I played receiver, DB, and quarterback.
And you beat Carver.
Yep,
and Mitchell County. He had a
beat Carver.
had a great
Mr.
game
Baker.
in Mitchell Baker.
And Mr. Baker.
And lost to Carterville.
In the state championship in '91. So, man, don't remind me.
All eyes on Milton, Georgia. That's right, Mr. Kirksey. That's gonna be a very good game. Safe travels as you all travel the highways and byways. Good night, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to you, Mr. Bitch. You are such a kind man. I thank y'all listeners. Y'all really are kind.
They are. I love to meet them in public. Ms. Rodriguez, Columbus guys, all of y'all, man. I love to meet y'all, and man, y'all show that y'all are just as well on this podcast that you are face to face in life. So we appreciate you all for that.
Jimmy
Man, forget all, man. Hold on, y'all, man. You know what? Forget what y'all talking about. look,
gonna be rude.
between December 15th, December 17th, all we gonna be at the Benz. Come to the Benz and holler at us.
We'll open our letters.
Because I think the government will be open by then. Shit, I'll buy you a ticket if you need to come in.
No,
The
you
government
buy
should
my
be back
ticket.
open. Huh?
You got my ticket then.
Oh no,
For
we're
what?
not
Hold on. For what? I'm buying your food.
We're not paying for tickets this year. We already got that worked out, remember?
Oh, okay. We'll see.
Yeah.
We have an
Anyway,
access.
Yeah. You don't understand. I'm getting the money from the wizard.
oh, okay.
Walk with me on this path.
Okay, you done had two brown cups before we since you got rid of that water clearly.
Oh shit!
But,
I'm on number 5. I'm on number 5.
I see, but we gonna get off before you get fined.
Yeah,
So
because I done slipped up about 4 times already.
5 times. That's right, Big Bankroll. He sure got it. He's a popular man, Miss Finley.
They love it.
You see what? You know what? I'm glad they didn't pay attention to my background when we was live.
Miss Heather said she getting that money.
Mm.
And that's that on that.
Hold on. Miss Heather, I want you to understand something. The only money I give to women is either gonna be in the form of a 10-piece.
You ain't giving the money. The wizard is. Hush.
I know that, but I'm just saying the thing is coming through me to give to him. So if it come to me and he loses, I got to push it back out. So this is what I'm saying. The only way when the money come in for me to give out, if I have to, the money only going to 2 people. It's going towards some chicken or 10-piece. Y'all can laugh right now. Go ahead, Jake. Get it out your system.
We know.
Okay.
Got pictures.
Or it's going towards somebody's how do I put this?
College fund.
College tuition.
College fund. There you go. College fund.
Their nursing education. That's
going towards a cosmopolitan degree.
Okay, so y'all know Thirsty is really into his supplies. So we're gonna cut it here, guys. We thank y'all. Y'all make sure y'all come back Friday night.
Hey, panel, y'all check the chat. I got a picture I got to put in there for y'all.
Yes, sir.
And we'll get on the call. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Good night, guys.
Oh shit, Shakira ain't here to tell me what